started doing this game sort of early January, so even from then I started to look at the results and how both teams were faring, but it was only really at the end of last week that I got my stat pack. So we have stats men and women that put a very, very detailed pack. It's 30 odd pages long, listing all the players, what they've done, etc., etc. So it's been an ongoing thing, but it's obviously built up and got more and more intense as we've approached today.
Well, we're always looking for games that are exciting for the viewers. Obviously, Scunthorpe and Fleetwood both going really well. It's top of the table, so great clash. Top of the table, winner goes top, so it's all set up really well for us.
Of it. I mean, it doesn't really make that much difference to me. It's always a different challenge. That's the beauty of it. I mean, if you're coming, I mean, it's quite a contrast, isn't it? San Siro, albeit we weren't at the San Siro, we did the commentary from the Sky Studios, and then to come and do a game here. But no, the challenges are different, and variety is always good. And if, you know, during the course of a season I may commentate on Chelsea, Manchester United, however many times, but these kind of things always get me a little more interested, because a lot of the time I'm learning something new. If I've not done Scunthorpe for 3 years, which is the case in the Championship last time I came here, you're not looking at too much information from that game still being relevant today. I mean, there are a few players still around, obviously, but you know, it's good, it's refreshing, and that's kind of what keeps the season interesting for you if you're bouncing around.
Well, this is all right. Look, I'm even closed. I've got glass. I've got a heater, so it is warm. It's the guys that are kind of behind me that are going to be cold because they don't have the heater. But you know, it's lovely to get out and about and go to grounds. I've never been to Scunthorpe Park, so it's nice to be here and tick that one off the list. It is different because it's actually a very short build-up time, half-time and post, very short analysis. So it's kind of making sure you condense everything and get everything out of Peter Beagrie that we want to get out of him.
They've done brilliant. They're in a fantastic vein of form. I had him as one of the favourites this season, and did on a blog a few weeks ago when Fleetwood were just out of the top 7. They've put a really good run together, 4 wins on the spin, so it should be a good game. And it'll be a big test for Scunthorpe after the losing that 3-goal lead. It'll be a big test for them. It felt like a defeat for the lads there in there, but I think they've covered themselves in glory. It's a very good squad, and they've only added to that as well. I think David Sayers has had that creativity in midfield, and obviously it's packed full of people who know the place and have settled in. Paul Hayes has come back, and Mandy Dawson, Matt Sparrow, to name several of them. So yeah, they know what it's all about here, so they've got a real opportunity to go back to League One.
Well, a lot of research. We've got stats guys from a couple of weeks before, looking at stats for the games, player profiles, that sort of thing. Looking at guests, director will come and have a look at the ground, make sure we get the cameras in. A lot of technical staff come and have a look at the ground, make sure we get the cameras in. And then the day before a game, they come in and wiggle the cables. Today we finish setting up, trucks arrive, and everything gets finished off. So quite a lot of preparation for each game.
Well, I think what we like to do, and it works really well in the Football League, Danny and I like to maybe have a chat with the managers, because sometimes it doesn't necessarily happen in maybe the Premier League or even in the Championship to actually get a chance to actually speak to the managers, and we tend to be probably at a ground 2 or 3 hours before a kick-off. Managers tend to be here, there's something always going on, and sometimes you can maybe just get 10 minutes chatting to them, maybe get an idea of teams, you know, kind of the mood in the camp, how things are going. Things are going really well for both Scunthorpe and Fleetwood, so it's no real problem. But it's just to kind of pick the manager's brains. It's that kind of interaction, one-to-one and face-to-face with the manager that you probably wouldn't get in the Premier League, and that's actually really, really important. I think then the managers get to know you as well, because we do a lot of games in the Football League, and I think it is about building up trust, knowing that anything that they tell us, we might use it in commentary, but we certainly wouldn't mention anything about teams before a game. So it's very important, I think, to get to a game early and just get a chance to speak to the managers.
Yes, it's a thrilling race for promotion in Sky Bet League 2, and tonight we have 2 of the main contenders. Live from Scunthorpe Park, it is Scunthorpe against Fleetwood.